Is it in frame? So today we're going to take a look at another 3A figure. This is the Shogun Gorei TK. From what I understand from the lore of this particular character is there's only 10 of these Shoguns running around in this 3A universe. And they are immensely powerful, they're immensely wise, and they're really rare to find in this universe. They're like, you know, the heroes that people hear about but never see. There are, what I've researched, there are maybe like 5 variants of these guys. For this particular one, I think there are 3. There's a blue one and a, wait, no, I think there's 4. There's a white one, there's a black one, and there's a blue variant of this guy. And another death mask type one, which maybe I'll review later. So this is the box. So you can see it says Shogun, Tomorrow King, Gorei, Shogun TK. This is a pretty old figure. It came out in around 2013. Truth be told, I saw this guy on one of my co-workers' desk when I first started working in advertising. One of the co-workers had like a plethora of toys on his desk, and I saw this guy on his desk and asked him, "What the hell is that?" And then he explained to me what 3A was and all that. So, you know, I think it was around, let's say 2014 when I first saw him on that dude's desk, and I was obsessing over it because of how detailed, how weird this guy looked. So I think I got this guy, truthfully, I think a year ago, maybe last year, and I got him in a separate type of purchase. Not really a purchase. This box actually is the co-worker's box. So this box belonged to that co-worker I was talking about, but he left it behind when he left the agency, and I found it in our agency library. It was like sitting there in the bookshelf. So I saved it. I don't know why I saved it, but people thought it was a fucking wine box for some reason. But I saved it. And I think last year I found a figure of it loose, and I guess I married the two, and yeah, now they're somewhat complete. So you know what, with that being said, let's stop ranting and let's take a look at this very awesome looking dude. And here he is, the Shogun Gorei, or Gorei Shogun TK. So what captivated me the most about this particular figure is this honking shoulder piece he has. It's like they look like individual pieces that are interlinked to form this huge armor. And given the fact that these guys are somewhat overpowered, they kind of need this extra protection to, I guess, kill ghouls, zombies, and robots, I guess, in this weird 3A world Ashley Wood has created for them. So he has the basic weathering, basic dirtiness, the grunginess, the weathering, all that he has. He's very stoic looking as well. There's no emotion out of him, because essentially these guys are clones. So all these TK people are clones. So I think they lack human emotions or something. So they all have the same expression. They're just programmed to kill, and that's about it. At least that's what I think these TKs are. So yeah. You know what, let's take a closer look at him. So here's a close-up look of the Shogun himself. First off, I need to apologize because I don't know what's wrong with my phone, but every time it detects a face, it makes the whole picture or the whole video turn orange. So I don't know how to, I think it's doing it right now, but I don't know how to fix that, truthfully. It's one of those stupid features that they put in and you cannot take out unless you do some weird system recovery thing. So yeah, this is him, all grungy, all messed up, all withered and tired, but he has a job to do. These straps, unfortunately, these are Velcro, but the seller I got him secondhand, obviously, but the way he he put them back together is he put blue tack into them, and I guess he thought that would work, but it didn't. It kind of ruined the Velcro. I mean, you could fix Velcro, but when you put blue tack onto the the teeth, it kind of, there's no fixing that out, so I'm stuck with that. Oh well, I got him for fairly a decent price. I mean, it wasn't great, but you can't get that price anywhere else, so I jumped on him. Yeah, this is him. Very stoic. I mean, he doesn't, because truthfully, he doesn't have a lot, truthfully. Like a shoulder, a little flap here, a little backpack. I mean, he has a sword and all that, but in essence, he doesn't come with a lot of accessories. But that's the thing with this guy, you don't need a lot. So yeah, this is him. Very nice. So with that being said, let's take a look at what he comes with. Sword, sheath, helmet, bags. And here are the items this Shogun comes with. Helmet, sword, and the standard 3A backpacks. So let's take a look at his honking sword. See if I can frame it properly. I can't really frame this guy because it's pretty huge. Let's see if can you see that? Yeah. So this is basically a very big meat cleaver looking thing. So focus a bit. Fix the lighting. Fix the lighting. Try to focus. It's not focusing. Great. There we go. Okay, so this is big meat cleaver thing. Very nicely done. It looks like a sushi knife, really. Then you have the grips, the ropes, the bandage, or I don't know, the grip of the hilt. As you can see here, it's a very long sword, truthfully, so I can't really frame it. If you can see it, yeah. And the interesting part of this sword is it comes with. Oop, let's see if I can stick that back in on camera. Yeah, there we go. So the interesting thing about this sword is it's actually powered by some form of battery. Or, yeah, I guess it's a battery type thing. If you can see, it looks like a battery you get off of a car or something. So I'm guessing it superheats this sword or electrifies it somehow. And that helps him in killing monsters or robots and ghouls, which is cool. I don't really know where it plugs in. I just stick this guy on the Shogun himself. It doesn't really tell me where to put this particular piece on him. So you know what? I don't really mind. It looks cool. So if you can see there. So yeah, this is his big honking sword with his big honking sheath. So this is his sheath. Very, very weathered. Very nicely weathered. Very grungy. Very rusty. Very beaten up. This is what I love about 3A stuff. They are the masters in doing this kind of weathering. No other company can do this, truthfully. At least not yet. I've yet to see a company that could replicate this type of weathering and wear. So, yeah, that's 3A for you. So next we have his helmet. This is his helmet, has 2 eyes on it. Kind of looks like a weird turtle thing. Yeah, there's the blue tack. Oh god. For some reason the seller I got this guy from likes to put blue tack all over his 3A figures. I mean, this isn't the only 3A figure I got from this guy. I mean, I think I got 3 figures off of him, and all 3 have like these blue tack DIY things on them. I mean, the blue tack was there to just make sure the helmet stays on his head. I understand that. And it doesn't really damage the figure, which is pretty smart. But it is a bitch to get off, because you could see there's like, it gets in there. I'll fix that later. So there's this helmet. It looks like like a turtle. Or this fits on him nice, but it is loose. So you have to fiddle around with it, put it on his head. If you could do a little close up there. It's an old figure. This is probably wear, but I don't think so. I think it's meant to look like that. You could see all the, let's see if I can focus, all the wear, all the weathering. Again, 3A is a master of this stuff. No other company can do it. Not even Hot Toys can do weathering properly. I mean, Hot Toys weathering is kind of pathetic. I mean, they do try, but it's just so bare minimal. I mean, also for the price point of Hot Toys nowadays, Their weathering is really pathetic, especially on clothing. Even that they can't get right. Cause I'm ordering the what do you call it? The Scout Trooper from Mandalorian. I want to see what the weathering looks like on that, but I'm not really holding my breath. And I think after I will review that figure, I'm gonna sell it. But you know, let's see how that turns out. So yeah, this is his helmet. Yeah. And then we have the standard 3A backpacks. There's a standard 3A backpacks you get. He has a bunch of them. It really fills out his midsections, all this stuff. I don't know why he needs like ammo pouches, because he doesn't really have a gun. These are ammo pouches. I mean, these other bags are okay. But it fills out the figure nicely, these things. And I really like backpacks on 3A figures because, you know, it adds more to the character of the figure. So, with that being said, let's stick all this stuff on the Shogun. And here's the Shogun, all kitted out with all his armor and his sword. I mean, look at this dude, man. With his helmet, his shoulder piece, his coloring, his weathering, it all adds up to this nice piece. Now, for articulation wise, I don't really go into articulation for 3A figures because, truth be told, you don't buy 3A figures for their articulation. If anybody tells you otherwise, I mean, why would you? Because there's barely any dynamic poses you could pose with these guys. They're very limited in articulation, and you know, they will suffer from breakage if you do hold them in a particular pose for too long. As you can see here, the Velcro just gave up on me. If you could see, can I see? Yeah, you can see. The Velcro just gave up, so that's gonna fall off any minute now. But you know what? It's fine. I don't really pose him with the sword like this. I like to pose my 3A figures with the sheaths on because the sheath itself is also a nice piece to showcase. I don't like to hide them away in the back. Yeah, look at this guy. And I don't know if I said this before, but this Shogun, this 3A figure is my favorite out of all the 3A figures. I don't know why, but this one is my favorite. It's just the simplicity of it, also the complexity of it. It has both. I mean, look at this. Look at this carapace looking. Can you see that? Yeah, look at that. It's like there's not much to be said. You just look at it and you just understand why. Yeah, this is him. The Gorei Shogun TK. Oh, I did forget one thing. He does come with an extra hand, but since I got him loose, I didn't get it. But it's just an extra, I think, open hand, so it's like a whatever thing. So I'll just go to eBay and pay $40 for it to replace that one hand. Yeah, replacing 3A figure parts is not a funny business. I mean, even if you lose one small thing like an ankle piece, it'll cost you like $20 just to replace that on eBay. I mean, if you're lucky to get it locally, I mean, good for you, but I don't have that luxury here. So yeah, you know what? Let's stick him in on the pose. Let's stick him in the pose I stick him in and do one more close-up. So this is the pose I stick the Shogun in because he is an elite warrior. I want him to have like a stoic pose from the rest. I mean, he is a very, very, very stoic looking figure, so I wanted to capture that in the pose. You could see there are grenades on him. I just found it pretty empty on his chest area, so I stuck some extra grenades I had lying around. So, you know, to complete the 3A aesthetic, basically, because you can't have a 3A figure without grenades being strapped on him. I put his helmet on his belt because I like seeing his face, and although his helmet is fucking awesome, I don't really want to cover his face or his whole head. So having it dangle there, it kind of adds like he's off duty or something, like he just finished the job. So he's like waiting for his next orders or his next adventure. I mean, look at that. I can't get over how cool that looks. I mean, it's very unique. This design is very unique. You don't see any replications of this style on anywhere and on any IP. It's truly an art type figure. I stuck, if you could see the wire here, I stuck the battery in there because I really don't know where to put it. I could put it in the bags, but I don't want to weigh the bag too much already because it has the helmet strapped onto it. So yeah, this is the Shogun, the Gorei Shogun, the Gorei Shogun. Came out in 2013 and one of my favorites. He's up there. I mean, this guy, he's the first 3 I ever saw on my coworker's desk. I think 2014, so how long ago was that? Quite a bit. And good thing I managed to save his box as well. It was like serendipitous. So yeah, let's take a closer look at him. So here's a close-up of the Shogun. As you can see, his face is very sculptural-like. Very wooden. All the textures and stuff, all the colorization, the wash. He looks like a doll, really. I mean, all TKs have this expression on their face. That's how you know it's a clone. So moving down, you can see his collar, his zipper, his grenades, straps, his armor pieces. See his helmet, I kind of stuck it there. I mean, you're gonna need nails, fingernails to pluck these, belts apart. It's kind of a struggle for me, but it's manageable, truthfully. You can see the weathering on the sheath. See there. I'm just gonna do like a little pan here. It's got those little shoes. Little flappy flap things. And there it is, the shoulder guard armor piece. I just love how this looks. I don't know why. I mean, the whole design of it is very unique. It's like an armadillo type construction. I mean, it's flaps upon flaps. See there, weathering. He's got his typical 3A gloves, typical 3A backpacks, ammo packs. I mean, look at the weathering, the dirt on that. I mean, to me, no other company can do this. At least not yet, and I don't know why. As you can see, the blue tack there, I did try to remove it, but I just made it worse, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I mean, it's at the back, so I'm not gonna cry about it. You can see his joints there. He's pretty beat up because he is an elite warrior. He does harder jobs than most. And from what I know from the lore, there are only 10 of these guys, these Shogun type clones. So I think creating them or breeding them, training them takes a lot of effort. That's why there's so few of them. And from what I understand from the little paragraph they gave, they're also knowledgeable. They have a lot of knowledge to share. I'll share their story in the description of this video. I'm doing that now. I'm putting descriptions of 3A figures on the description box if you guys want to read it. It's not a hard read. It does fill in some of the gaps. Yeah, this is the Shogun. Very nice. One of my favorites. See his helmet. Yeah, okay, I think that's enough of a close-up. So let's stick this dude on the shelf. And this is where I'll stick the Gorei Shogun. Next to his other Shogun friend over here, which I'll review later. This is a variant of the same figure, but little differences. What else to say about this guy is, yeah, he's pretty unique. He's iconic 3A figure, again. When researching 3A stuff, you will find this guy more than once in your searches. He is that unique. He is that iconic. And just look at him. I mean, just having him, if he didn't stand with his friends here, and having him alone, he will stand out, no doubt. So yeah, that's my little review over this guy. One of my favorites. Glad I was able to pick him up. Glad I was able to find him. Glad I own him. So yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Again, I try to At least now I'm trying to give more information about the figures I'm reviewing instead of just doing it. Yeah. Trying, that's the word. Again, thanks for watching, and as always, go get 'em.